So Trumpy has lost the tariff war that he started with the Chinese. He's backing down, having gotten nothing out of them except understanding that they are tougher than him. Suddenly he's forced to admit that his whole stupid plan that tariffing the world would lead to bringing back manufacturing in America magically, that will not happen. And perhaps most importantly, he has lost forever the aura of the tough guy, the wild madman who would just bang on the table and say, I want this, and the rest of the world would go, okay, you're crazier than us. China is laughing at us from both the top level and on the social media level.
I would say that China has won this trade war. And I would say that Donald Trump dug his own grave. Why? Well, during a press conference, he mentioned that he is ready to make a deal with China and that he will remove tariffs and make a great deal for President Xi. However, why did he dig his own grave? Well, no one has called him. China has not picked up the phone. None of their delegates have actually contacted the Trump administration to actually make a deal. So what's going to happen? Who knows? Holy shit, man. Like, the stock markets are crashing. The crypto markets are crashing. Everyone's pointing the finger at Trump, and Trump is saying, okay, well, I guess now we should go knock on China's door. Do you think China will answer, though? I don't think so.
Just when you thought the US-China trade war couldn't get more intense, China just dropped a bomb. And no, not the military kind. We're talking about a policy so aggressive it could shake the global economy. China has officially issued a warning. Any company or country that dares to buy American-made products will be cut off from doing business with China. You heard that, right? This is not just trade tension. This is an economic weapon. And guess what? Donald Trump is now pushing to reduce tariffs. Is he finally folding, or is this part of a bigger strategy? So here is the scoop. Beijing just escalated the trade war by announcing what many are calling the Economic Isolation Directive. This new act basically says, if you're buying from the US, don't expect to keep trading with us. That means global corporations now have to pick sides, from semiconductors to agricultural goods, even big tech. This move could disrupt entire industries. China is flexing its muscles, and they are doing it unapologetically. They know they have leverage and they are using it. This is not just another tariff, it's a total shift in strategy. China is no longer just retaliating, it's actively punishing those who deal with the US. Now think about the implication. If you're a car manufacturer in Germany buying US-made parts, China could block your exports. If you're a smartphone maker in South Korea sourcing American chips, good luck selling in China. Let's watch this video.
The US-China trade war has just gotten worse, believe it or not.
I believe we're going to have a deal with China. And if we don't, we're going to have a deal anyway, because we're going to set a certain target, and that's going to be it.
Yeah, and China will lose the US market, which, as I've said, is 15%.
We don't care. We don't care.
It's escalated again. But this time, it's not just about trade, it's full-scale economic standoff over electric vehicles, high-tech chips, and even TikTok exposing factory secrets every day. Here's what's going on. The US hit China with a brutal new wave of tariffs. A 100% tax on Chinese electric vehicles, 50% tariffs on semiconductors, and 25% tariffs on EV batteries, solar panels, steel, aluminium, and critical minerals like lithium and graphite. And the reason given is the US says China's flooding the market with ultra-cheap government-subsidized products and undercutting American industry. And China's response is brutal. China has banned exports of rare metals to the US. Things the US needs, like gallium, germanium, antimony, and graphite. These are critical for building EVs, computer chips, and even military gear. They've also banned rare earth magnet tech from leaving the country at all, cutting off Western companies from reproducing the supply chain. And they're not stopping there. Micron got banned from infrastructure use in China, and Western companies are under growing pressure. In the move no one expected, Chinese factories are jumping on TikTok, exposing luxury brands, showing that they make their products, and now they're selling direct to consumers, and it's working. People are buying. Same factory, same bag, same electronics.
China is testing the global economic loyalty, and a lot of countries and companies are sweating. Meanwhile, back in Washington, Donald Trump, the man who started this trade war, is now calling for a rollback on tariffs. That's right, Trump is reportedly urging the negotiators to soften the blows and maybe even cut some tariffs on Chinese goods. This is the same Trump who promised to bring China to their knees. Now he's looking for a way out. Analysts are calling it an economic reality check. With US inflation still biting, Trump needs a win fast. Is he begging? That's a strong word. But one insider said Trump is pushing hard behind closed doors. He knows this escalation could blow big time on the US economy. But in the meantime, China responded that Trump is lying and he never had any meeting or negotiation with them. Let's watch this video.
Clarify, Mr. President, on China. Are you thinking about lowering their tariffs?
Fair deal with China. It's going to be fair.
Are you talking to them actively now?
Actively. Everything's active. Everybody wants to be a part of what we're doing. They know that they can't get away with it any longer, but they're still going to do fine. And we're going to have a country that you can be proud of, not a laughing stock all over the world for many years. You know, in 1913, they traded to the income tax system. We used to be all tariff, and we had no income tax, so we had the wealthiest country we've ever had proportionately. From about 1870 to 1913, it was all tariffs, and we had more money than anybody. They had committees how to spend the money. They had so much money they didn't know how to spend. Then some brilliant person said, let's go income tax. Let's let the people pay. Now, we're going to be able to substantially lower taxes when this is finished.
So what happened now? Countries are caught in the middle. Businesses are panicking. So supply chains are on the edge. And ordinary people like you and me might soon feel it in prices, job markets, and availability of everyday products. This trade war has officially entered a new phase. And it's no longer about tariffs. It's about dominance, influence, and economic survival. So what do you think? Is China overplaying its hand? Let's know in the comment section.